Hey, this is Chloe, and this is my iTech 7430 lesson plan. Quick overview. Students will be completing a science lesson on pollution, recycling, reducing, reusing, and conserving. It'll be about 2 weeks, and it's intended for my third graders. First, the students will complete a student-paced Nearpod. Second, students will interview conservationists from Keep Cobb Beautiful using a Zoom. And third, students will create a public service announcement using Adobe Spark. This is the Georgia Standards of Excellence. The students will be knowledge constructors, creative communicators, and global collaborators. Essential questions. What effects are humans contributing to pollution in our community? How can we recycle, reuse, reduce, and conserve items? Why is it important to help our environment? How can I creatively share information with others? How can I persuasively convince others to recycle, reuse, reduce, and conserve items? The students will first complete a student-paced Nearpod. Throughout this Nearpod, it provides open-ended questions for students to complete, provides examples, provides definitions, provides quick quizzes where it gives the students instant feedback to check for understanding. And it also will take them on a virtual tour of a landfill in Slovakia. And finally, it'll end with a 3-question quiz, and it allows me to check for their understanding as well as them to check for their understanding. After the Nearpod, the students will navigate through the Keep Cobb Beautiful website to get in touch with a conservationist around our community. The students will then complete a Zoom. They will schedule a Zoom with this conservationist and ask them questions. I have provided some students with interview questions. Other students will be creating their own interview questions to use during the Zoom with a conservationist. After the students have gathered information from the Nearpod and the conservationist, they will complete an Adobe Spark. The Adobe Spark will include pictures, information, and any other sources they want to use to try to encourage their peers around their school to recycle, reuse, reduce, and conserve items. The students will be assessed on a rubric. The rubric will be given to the students prior to the lesson, and we will go over it, each section, so that students have a thorough understanding of what is expected of them. And this is my final thoughts. I was not able to implement the project due to the COVID-19. I didn't think it was developmentally appropriate to do this with an 8-year-old. So I do plan to implement it as soon as we get back to school. And I feel like there may be some challenges that we face, such as technology issues or getting in contact with a conservationist. Also in the future, I would like to take my students on an actual field trip to a landfill, and I think that would make the project much more meaningful and authentic, and they'd be much more invested.